Moved by the desire to bring the experience of the social presence in theater, SPT, to more people, 6 women SPT practitioners and enthusiasts came together around a moving question. The idea was to offer SPT to other teams participating in the ulab2x. In open and face-to-face meetings, teams would travel the U-journey experiencing SPT practices and tools to work on issues, themes, and challenges related to their initiatives. One of the most powerful practices of U theory, which allows a system to see and sense itself, is the social presence in theater, SPT. SPT is a methodology that accesses the wisdom of our sensitive body through body postures and simple movements. The practice leads us to better understand our current reality and explore emerging futures, identifying and promoting the well-being of all stakeholders in a system. Through body presence and awareness of space, this innovative social technology adds an experiential component to individual, organizational, and societal change initiatives. Early in our journey, we were affected by the pandemic crisis, which brought us a great challenge: how to offer in a virtual environment a practice that is essentially and fundamentally in-person and systemic. How to welcome what was intensely emerging in our society. Surprisingly, this has further enriched our journey of learning and experimenting, as well as uniting our team to the point of expanding our action within the Gaia journey. Our journey was designed for the teams to experience the SPT practice and tools in each stage of the U process. The meetings would promote an embodied experience of the U process with different SPT exercise for each U step. Our first open meeting, dedicated to the phase of co-initiating the U process, took place on March 18, 2020, 2 days after social isolation measures were put in place in Brazil. Already in our first step of the ULab journey, we were surprised by the pandemic crisis and asked to adapt the journey to the online environment. In this virtual meeting, we activate our self-perception by synchronizing our mind-body system through the 20-minute dance and co-created the intention for the process. Our second meeting was dedicated to co-sensing. We strongly felt the need to welcome the social field. We decided to open the meetings for any individual beyond the ULab teams. It was a moment to sense the reality with the challenge that we were facing and the next possible steps through the stack exercise. We expanded our perception of the collective starting from the self. By listening to the wisdom of our body and to what was emerging in each of us and in the social field, we broadened our vision and searched within us for new perspectives of the future. Our third meeting was dedicated to co-presencing. We adapted 2 methodologies, current reality movie and 4D mapping, which are essentially systemic and face-to-face to the virtual environment. Our intention with these tools are to bring to consciousness a portrait of the current reality through the embodied voice of the elements of a system, always including the 3 divides: planet Earth, vulnerable communities, and better future possibility. Participants identified government, family, education, health, work as the other elements of the system. At this point, the intention was to let movement of the collective field offer insights into the future that is emerging. Our fourth meeting was dedicated to co-creating, a moment to crystallize and prototype a new initiative. We wanted to co-create from a place of presence, compassion, and courage. One of the teams participating in the ulab2x offered their case to be investigated through the body knowing and the collective field intelligence. This experience brought real insights on how they could move forward with their prototype. We presented a 4D mapping practice adapted by Arawana Hayashi for prototyping in a virtual environment. We combined this powerful tool with the projection onto the computer screen of the space where each person acting as a representative of the elements of the system was placed. This grid allowed participants to visually perceive the field in the virtual environment.
Na primeira posição, eu senti muito a parte de baixo do corpo, em contato com a terra, um lugar muito de eu sei o que eu posso, estou esperando aqui alguém olhar para mim, e estava muito em evidência a equipe e a intenção. E na segunda, eu senti muita força assim, de sustentação, eu queria acolher, mas ao mesmo tempo era difícil, assim, minha perna começou a formigar um pouco nessa ideia de sustentar, assim, estou sustentando, mas estou aqui, mas preciso que alguém olhe mais para mim, sabe? O obstáculo estava um pouco mais evidente do lado direito.
Our fifth meeting was dedicated to co-evolving. We adapted field dance and group dance exercise for the virtual environment. Participants were separated in subgroups of 5 people to live the experience in simultaneous break rooms. One at a time, they were invited to enter the field, feel, position themselves, and let a gesture emerge. Then, they were invited to allow free movement to emerge from the connection with the field. The intention was to feel the whole and move from that sensation. The experiment lasted a few minutes, and then each person shared what they saw, what they felt, and what they did. We proposed a second round of experience based on the guiding questions. What do I want to do differently? And what do I want to experience and investigate through my gestures? Inviting participants to experience the open wheel from the body. We ended the meeting with a generative conversation between the participants with a reflection on what did I experience, what did I discover, what did I let go, what did I let come, where did I experience not knowing, where did I experience boldness. As SPT practitioners, it was gratifying, inspiring, and motivating to perceive people's receptivity to SPT and EU theory, and present the theory and practices to those who did not know about them. At the end of the journey, the evaluation we conducted with the participants revealed that we contribute to create value and meaning to the participants' own journeys. Our findings from the evaluation points to a very positive result. The program content was the best rated item. More than 70% of respondents considered the visual environment very good or excellent. This receptiveness to virtual environment was surprising to us. The positive perception of both virtual environment plus content indicates that unforeseen displacement of the process to the online universe was not an obstacle for us to live this experience with quality. In the evaluation, it is also clear that the ulab2x process collaborates to disseminate and provide greater understanding about the U theory, the U process, and the social presence in theater. Most respondents, 63%, were unaware of U theory and SPT before participating in ulab2x. After experiencing the process, there was a change in the perception of knowledge of these methodologies. Over the course of 5 meetings, a total of 63 people participated, from 5 project teams, about 20 people per meeting, people from different Brazilian states and also from Portugal. Some testimonials from the participants about their experience in the ulab2x. How much our body keeps everything we are experiencing and how it is possible to work collectively, even at a distance. It touched me. I started to have a more attentive and open eye in relation to my work and also with my personal day-to-day. For this moment of pandemic, of isolation, of rationing, it was very important. For these and other reasons, I would like to keep the meetings. I found the whole process incredible. Very good to know this methodology. It was amazing how much the body presents us with tools to deal with our issues and how much we do not explore it in our daily life. It is like opening a new door, turning on light. Thank you for showing me this resource. Very good to have you even more in this sensitive period of pandemic. We count on the participation of an extended team that without it, it could not be possible to achieve such significant results. Narration, Mariana Miranda. Creation and edition of audiovisual material, Monica Dale. Construction of support material and presentation, Sergio Kroschik and Monica Dale. Accounting Sharing Zoom, Daniela Santos and Rodrigo Vergara. Translation to English, Moema and Joana Cruz. Core Team, Achala Andrea Acamini, Ana Cláudia Galo, Ana Cláudia Marques, Andrea Franklin Lomardo, Carla Nomura and Daniela Ferraz. In the core SPT team, we were strongly called to work collaboratively, dealing in a creative way with situations and challenges that arose in the process. As our own ulab2x team, our U journey led us to prototype in practice the regeneration of a social fabric guided by a living need. Thank you.